Viewers, I'm Council Gloria. I'm going to discuss for you foundation of law, especially this video is going to young ones and other people who are interested to learn about the law. So before I discuss foundation of law, I want us to know the definition of law. What is law? Law is a set of rules governing a certain society or a community. According to Granville William, Professor went ahead and defined law as a cement and medium change of a society. And I will proceed and discuss the sources of foundation of law. Sources are categorized into two. We have the primary sources and the secondary sources. But today I'm going to deep in the primary sources. First of all, I'll start with the Constitution as our first source. Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Remember, under Article 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution provides for the Constitution is the fundamental and is the supreme law of the land and all other laws binding. And if you go furthermore, under Article 2, Clause 2, it provides for any custom or norms which will be inconsistent with the Constitution shall be revealed, null and void. And there is also a case of Uganda versus the Commissioner ex parte Matov. You can add into that case because that case you can provide the part of inconsistency under Clause 2. We shall proceed and discuss Act of Parliament. When we talk about Act of Parliament, this is provided under Article 79 of the Constitution. Article 79, Clause 1 mandate Parliament to make laws, and Article 79, Clause 2, it mandates Parliament to declare powers to other organs to also exercise the laws. Remember, Parliament in Uganda, it is the body which makes the laws. The ones you hear about, the statutes, the penal code, the contract act, all of them are made by Act of Parliament, and that's why the Parliament is becoming as a source of law. The third point, we shall talk about customary as the third source of law. Customary is the third source of law. Remember, we have different customs which are practiced by different religions or different societies. When we talk about customary, look at the Gishu. They have a custom which is called circumcision. Every year after 1 year, they have to dance that circumcision. So it's a custom. And if you look at the Baganda, they also have a custom where in Uganda, can't marry from Uganda. This was provided in the case of Bruno Kiwa versus Ivan, Cyril Nkrumah, and Juliet. Namas where these people wanted to get married, and they are coming from the same clan. In the clan was called the clan, and it became a custom up to today. It is a custom working, and it became a source of law. And the customs, by the way, are recognized under the Constitution, Clause 2, as long as they are not inconsistent with the Constitution. We shall proceed and talk about case law. When we talk about case law, what do we mean? Case law, these are precedents which are used by judges to deliver judgments. For example, the Constitution might be there and maybe some judgments can't be delivered from the Constitution. They will proceed and use case laws. What do we mean by case laws? These are old cases. For example, look at the case of Bruno Kiwa. It's an old case. The case of Bruno Kiwa versus Juliet Namas and others. So also look at the case of Susan and 416 others. It's an old case, meaning any person wakes up today and commits murder, they are going to use that old case to set out the principle which was discussed in that old case. That's what we mean precedents, and they become precedents. We shall proceed and discuss the international laws. Remember, international laws, these are outside laws which are created by outside bodies. We have very many outside bodies which are working in Uganda here, and the laws on the human rights. Look at Article 123, provides for the international laws and conversion, where it says, remember, if the president is going to move out of the country, can let the speaker, the person in charge, if he's moving out of the country. And also where some conversions which are supposed to be passed in Uganda, they can be electrified by the Parliament, and they proceed going. We have very many organizations here in Uganda which are international, and those laws are working on us. Look at the human rights conversion, children. Even there is a case of David Chinyemfuza versus the case of Uganda versus Major General Chinyemfuza. That case, it outlined the fundamental rights, how they can be applied in terms of international rights. I will also proceed and discuss about other, I think let us end there for today. We shall discuss the rest next time. See you for secondary sources of law.